Hey, I'm Misbehaving, and the name of this channel is Misbehaving is Fun, where I talk about real people, real problems, and real drama. And contrary to popular belief, celebrities are real people too. Baby, 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 where do I begin? Well, first off, this video is being made in response to audio recording that was put out by a blogger here on YouTube by the name of Nae, and the name of the channel is Original Straight No Chaser. I'm noticing a common theme here in the love and marriage Huntsville sector, that childhood trauma is being used for fodder for clicks, views, and cash apps too. First off, the people that you see on this screen, if you've never heard of the show Love and Marriage Huntsville, which airs on the Oprah Winfrey Network every Saturday at 8 p.m. Currently, it's not airing. It's set to return during the summer of 2024. The couple on the left, they're no longer married. You have Melody Shari Rodgers and her ex-husband, Martell Holt. My apologies. The woman on the right is Arrione Curry. So the reason I had all three of their photos up here is because Arionne was talking to the blogger Nae, and she shared personal information about Melody. So now let me remove this from the screen. First off, Melody has not come out. Neither her nor her mother have stated whether the accusations claimed in that audio were true, nor have they refuted that. That's first and foremost. That's important. Secondly, that audio that everyone is hearing is old audio. This is voice recordings from years ago, back when Love and Marriage Huntsville first started airing. And it's interesting to me that this blogger, at one point in time, she had a positive working relationship with Melody Shari Rodgers, who then at that time was known as Melody S. Holt, Martell Holt, and Arrione Curry. All three of these people that you see on this screen at one point in time had a positive working relationship with the blogger of Original Straight No Chaser. That woman recorded their conversations, and she's masterfully chopped up the audio and released different portions at various times over the years to support whatever narrative she was trying to skew the public into believing and supporting. We are a race of emotional people where we will respond when something is touching to us. And I know when I first heard that audio, what was being said, I knew the photo and the audios were old, but that recording was never released until now. And when I heard it as a survivor of childhood abuse, so don't take it lightly. It triggers something in me. I had some choice words that I wanted to say and I wanted to put out, but I had to relax, pull back, and tell myself, why am I reacting off that audio? I don't know the full concept, the full video. I shouldn't say full video, the full picture, because for one, Melody hasn't come out and said if it's true or not. That's number one. So there's no need to get worked up. There are a lot of content creators out here that they're on a tangent, they're cursing, they're yelling, they're calling Arrione Curry's young child horrible and despicable names. They are also speaking on Arionne's mother. Let me say this first and foremost. Just like I don't think it's fair for anyone to blame Miss Marlene for Martell's behavior. He's an adult. He's responsible, whatever decisions and actions that he makes. I don't think it's right, and I definitely don't feel it's right for anyone to blame Miss Vanessa for anything that may have happened. Furthermore, what we all should keep in mind, none of us know if these accusations are true at all. That's first and foremost. Secondly, we don't know. Common sense would tell us all that because Arrione Curry at one point in time was Martell's mistress or girlfriend or sister wife, whatever, however you want to put it. They've had a relationship for more than 4 years. It would lead us to believe that he was pillow talking with her and he shared this information with her. And then at the time when she was interviewed with the lady of that other blog, she divulged that information. That's the common sense. That's what we would believe. But again, Melody hasn't come out. Her mother hasn't come out. And Martell hasn't even said, no, I didn't say that. Or, I was wrong for saying that. It was said years ago when I was upset and I was angry. I mean, all I know is for anyone, if you know someone that has been victimized, nobody should be repeating the words. Nobody should be sharing that story, especially if the person involved hasn't even come out to say it. So I'm looking at different scenarios, different moving parts that are going on around, and I'm wondering, is Melody and Arionne working together to paint Martell in a negative light? Is this Arionne doing it on her own when it was said because she wanted to embarrass Melody? Then I'm like, are all three of them working together with the blogger? Are Martell, Melody, and Arionne working with the blogger for a storyline and for money? I don't know what it is, but what I do know is this is old audio, just like this photo that's being circulated online. This is an old photo. So a lot of bloggers have put this photo in their videos as if it's something current. I'm telling y'all, and I'm going to tell you this, playing with people's emotion is very dangerous. It's very dangerous. If you don't want to be with someone, you leave them alone and you move on. If somebody is holding you hostage with secrets from your past or information of something that you may have done, you're better off telling it yourself. Or if you don't tell them, go ahead and tell it. Go ahead and show it. I don't care. Because as long as someone is able to hold something over you, they can manipulate you and move you any which way that they want to. So then I saw a blogger today put up a Instagram post that Melody shared last week about having to take a week off work. There was a person there that they wanted her to film with, and everybody knew she didn't want to film with that person. So it was mentally draining to her, so she had to take off work for a week for a mental health day. So a blogger today is implying that this recording where Arionne is making these accusations is related to Melody having to take off work for a week. Well, if that's true, everybody need to get their story. They need to be more cohesive, because if that's true, that Instagram post was supposed to drop online after this recording came out. And why is this recording coming out now? Only thing I can think of, people had, Martell was supposed to have been a speaker at the, what was it called, you guys? The epitome of women's success. And people were reaching out to the creator of that event, Miss Tawana Johnson, contacting her and putting negative stories of her out there online and in the press. And if I could be wrong, but I could have sworn someone said that this woman is supposed to be a member of AKA, the same sorority that Melody is a member of. So what I'm trying to find find out is when these people sign up or volunteer to be on a panel, um, do the creators of those panels, do they not do background research on people that are going to show up? I don't know what's going on. Good morning, Ken's big sis. Good morning, Auntie Donna. Good morning, country girl Queena, and good morning to those of you hanging up in the sky. Baby, I feel like everybody is playing a game with all of us. They are pitting us all against each other so we can fight and argue. I've seen multiple content creators that profess to be millimeters that have went over to listen to the video. In fact, that's how I found out about the video. I found out from a millimeter content creator. And I'm like, wow, I wouldn't have brought this information back. Not only did they do the first video, but they've done several videos, and each one keeps pushing this narrative. So I, I know Martell made the comment he wasn't coming back to Love and Marriage Huntsville. He wanted Carlos King to show his real life. There are some of us that feel like they've run this story into the ground about these two, Martell and Melody, are no longer together. So why do we have to keep hearing about Arionne? They should have had Arionne on the show in the beginning when Melody first brought up the fact about her being the mistress. She should have been allowed on the show then. So now all of a sudden, and now they want to bring her on the show. That's what someone put in my comment. I think last week or the week before, they said they believe Arionne is coming on the show. And I said, well, at this point, I mean, why not? Melody's good friends with Portia, and Portia is a well-known mistress. And Portia has a history of sleeping with married men, and I'm not referring to Simon Gobadia. She was sleeping with that wealthy African man that bought her that Rolls Royce, that house, and that $80,000 bag. So miss me with that. So it can't be about mistresses. I don't know what's going on, but baby, my brain and my heart can't take no more, especially when you start divulging into people's childhood trauma. But let me also go the other way and say this. Prior to this information coming out about Melody, several seasons ago, there were several content creators implying that Martell was sexually abused as a child. Matter of fact, more importantly, in current day, there was a subscriber. Oh my God, I like to give credit where credit is due, but it was one of the millimeter content creators. One of their subscribers put it in the chat, and the content creator highlighted it. And I don't want to say the wrong person's name whose channel it was, but they put in the comment that Martell hates women because Miss Marlene failed to protect him as a child from her boyfriend. Somebody put that in the chat, and the content creator highlighted it and read it out. So we know both boys and girls can be taken advantage of in their childhood. We know that there are some miserable parents out there that will do anything just to have a man in the house, or we need these bills paid. I'm going to turn a blind eye to what's going on. Hell, even if your parents didn't know at that time, we have some parents that will learn of it after the fact, and they'll still stay with the man. So let me share this, because I did a live before and people wanted to know, what's your story? What's your story? I said, I tell what I want people to know. If you want to know the real, and when I say it like that, real, that means if you want to know more details, I have to be paid for it. But this, I'm going to give freely. I was taken advantage of by my mother's boyfriend. I didn't know how to tell her. I was a young girl. Luckily, he did not get to fully do what he wanted to do. But he was gearing up to it. He was getting very close to it, and some of the things I can't share up on here. But when it was time for us to go to California to visit, I told my little sister, my sister was younger than me. And I told my little sister, tell mama once we get on the plane that so and so did this to me. I'm not thinking because I'm a little kid myself. My mother comes home from work and she wakes me up. Her boyfriend wasn't there at the house. And that could be another reason why money doesn't impress me so much, because I know people do evil things with money. So I shared with my mother what I had told my sister. So what my mother did is she sent me and my siblings to another house, to her best friend's house, so we could stay there for the night. So I don't know what the conversation was with her boyfriend. I had never saw him that morning when we woke up. We got on the plane, and my sister and I, we headed on out because I had two sisters. So my sister that's close in age to me, we both headed out to California for the summer. So we had fun. It was a totally different environment from what I had grown up in Chicago. Totally different. And people would always tease us about the way we spoke and whatever. Different dialect. So summer was ending. And so it was time for us to come back home. And it was my turn to get on the phone and talk to my mother. And the only thing on my mind, because now I know it's time to go home, and I know my mother has that boyfriend, and I asked her, was he still there? And she said yes. And I told my mother, as long as he's there, I'm not coming back home. And I never saw my mother again until many, 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 many years later. So topics like that about childhood trauma is very touching to me, which is also why I find it, well, thank you, Ken's big sis. Thank you very much. Um, which which is why I find it, I don't know, I think people are just playing with us, because if it's true, and we don't know if it's true. Because Melody never came out and she never said anything, and she never said, yes, this is true. She has not said that. But I hope it's not true and people are just playing games with us. Because for me, if it was true, it would be very hard for me to wrap my head around an image of a woman that has survived that as a child, to then place this on her Melody S. Holt Instagram page. And what this is, what you're seeing, R. Kelly is the most well-known child predator there is. And she has R. Kelly's song Cookie playing in the background of this photo. So I don't see how anybody can justify being a victim of childhood abuse, but you can support someone like R. Kelly. I can't. So I'm hoping people are playing games with us, but please don't use childhood trauma for fodder and for clicks and views, because that's not cute at all. It's not that serious. YouTube isn't paying that much. There are so many other things that we could be discussing but that. But I'm glad I waited a couple of days, because I was so angry in the moment. I wanted to come online. I wanted to curse. But people are playing games, and people are trying to, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I'm done with Love and Marriage Huntsville. I said I was going to review it when it came back on this summer. But some of this stuff is getting too heavy. If I wanted to put up with stuff like this, I could stay in the old sector that I was in. Good morning, Tanya. I could stay in the old sector I was in, honey. They did ruthless stuff like this. They even get more gutter. But this right here, this is not cute at all. And every content creator in the Love and Marriage Huntsville sector that I've sat up and watched as much as I could take, because I don't like all that yelling and cursing and whatever else. No, Tanya, it's not. It ain't getting better, it's getting worse. And even content creators, bloggers over here in this sector, loving man, who I once admired, who I thought of, oh wow, she is so classy. They're just as gutter as anybody else. As anybody else. And the thing is, there are so many educated people in here. Hold on, that's my godmother calling. Hold on, just 1 minute, 1 second, y'all. Good morning. I'm doing fine. I'm on this little video. Okay, I'll send it to you in your I'll send you the link, and then I won't be on long. I'm gonna get off. I'm just venting, and then I'll get off and I'll give you a call because I need to find a way for you to get up on here because you're from the older generation, and you can also talk about how things, I'm talking about something crazy right now, okay? But I'll send you the link, and I love you, and you have a beautiful day. I'll send it to you right now. Bye bye. I'm sorry, you guys. When that phone call rings right there, I have to answer that call for her. She is not blood related, she's God related. And what I mean by that, this is the woman that met me when I was a little girl. So I, some don't know this, but I had a rough upbringing. I come from a I come from some things. I've survived some things, but this woman right here, she is my angel on earth because she said when she saw me, she knew I had a brain. She said it was like I was surrounded by a pack of wolves and I would be somebody. And that's all that a person needs in life, especially a child. Even if they're not blood related to you, if you see something in them, encourage them, teach them, uplift them. Now, I'm a fighter, I'll fight. I don't start fights, but you best believe I'm gonna be the one to end it. And that's why I tell people tread lightly. Don't start. But anyway, yeah. I said I was gonna review the show when it comes back on in the summer. I'm not doing that because it is just acting crazy. They're doing things. Nobody's speaking up to say, no, this is wrong. Let's not do this. We're taking the show in a different way. There are so many college educated people, and not even just college educated people. You have business owners, people that haven't even gone to college, but they have found a way to create their own business and become successful. Hey, VS. Oh, there you go. Wait a minute, Miss Pepsi. Good morning, Miss Pepsi. Let me see. Miss Pepsi, good morning. Good morning, VS. VS, y'all. She's the one. She's the reason that I create videos. And let me get down here. That's right. Amen. And here. Tanya, things ain't getting better. That's right. And Ginger. All of the reality shows are gutter. That's why people watch. And you know what, Ginger? Thank you very much for saying that. Because I had another video I was going to do called part 2 of There's a Glitch in the Matrix. Because that's what I'm seeing. It's just horrible. People wanting to say the craziest thing and do the most hurtful things to everybody else. I thought, man, the sector I came from, the beef sector, I thought they were the only one that was doing it. Then I saw a sector that was worse than the beef sector. I was like, good God. I mean, some of those people, I survived that childhood. Some of us that have grown up in the hood and have been able to persevere and do something better, we want more. We want more for our children. We want more for those around us. It's not that we're being bougie, uppity, because I'm not all the way uppity, baby. I'm bougetto, a little clatchet, but I'm frugal. But I want to help others. But baby, like let's say you got what married to medicine. I've always loved that show, Married to Medicine. Let me see. You know I'm here supporting. I know you always do, VS. And I that's why I put in my video when I said goodbye to the beef sector. I wanted to let them know they always think you hard, but you were truly trying to protect me. You didn't want me in none of the mess because we know how they get down. If they know someone is supporting you or they like you, they always attack the supporter or they try to break up the friendship. And here on YouTube, you guys, what we consider a friendship is called a YouTube ship. I mean, we're cordial, respectful to one another. But, honey, loyalty is in my blood. You do right by me, I'll do right by you. Now, all you got to do is show me. Let me see. Let me highlight this. What you say, Tanya? I don't understand making recordings a year ago and putting a little out consistently. Content creators in this sector make it hard for this family to move forward. Exactly. Tanya, that was the best statement ever. They do. And it wasn't just a year ago. It was longer than that, Tanya. They're purposely, but see, it's a way to coastfully co-parent peacefully co-parent and be separate, but both of them have to acknowledge the role that they played in the demise, how they've hurt each other, and they have to tune out the outside voices because fame is a hell of a drug. Boy, you don't even have to be wealthy. Just people saying your name and pledging their undying allegiance and support for you. They will say and do anything and they will get you caught up. That's why I made in that video the other day, a couple of days ago, I said part of me is starting to feel that Melody is afraid to even say anything because she don't want to upset some of the millimeters. Because then they will attack her, start digging in her background. Start pulling out stuff that may have happened. Let's see, who is this? Miss Linda? 20? Uh-oh, hold on, Miss Linda. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put you down. I might have to switch glasses. Good morning, everyone. They doing all they can do to bring this young lady down. I'm for Mel in the 4-piece nugget and Miss Van. Miss Linda, and I know you mean well, and that's positive. But I think that's another way how they try to keep the dysfunction going by causing a division and separation as if you can only support this side and not the other. And I know she appreciates you being in here supporting. And just like I said, we don't know if those accusations are true or not. And that is very disgusting and horrible. I don't even know how that lady is able to still have that video up on her channel. Like, why would you even put that up? If other than to get us talking, to get the streets talking. That's the same we have over in the beef sector. Let's get the streets jumping. And then one creator will say one thing. Hey, Hustle Kelly podcast. One creator will say one thing, make a video, then another one will respond, and everybody keeps going. And that's a term that we use in the beef sector, feed the beef sector. We get everybody talking and whatever else. So everybody's making videos. There's the clicks and views, and people are making money. So again, we don't know if these accusations are true, but I do know that these videos, these audio recordings are old, and it's very malicious, and it's by purpose that bits and pieces of audio recordings are being released online, but it's always to skew a narrative. So let's see what you had to say, Miss Linda. You said Nae and Arionne are in cahoots together to destroy Mel, but they won't have no good luck at all. But Miss Linda, at one time, Melody was also good, had a very positive working relationship with Nae from Original Straight No Chaser. You're just now coming in at the beginning. I said at one point in time, Melody, Martell, and Arionne, they all had healthy relationships, healthy, positive relationships with Nae from Original Straight No Chaser. She has recordings talking to all of them. I think when Nae first came out, Original Straight No Chaser first came out, I think in the beginning, I don't want to give too much credit. If you guys want to search her out, you can, but I don't support anybody that likes to play in childhood trauma. Not at all. So, I'm not going to be on here long, you guys. It's about 30 minutes. I just wanted to say that. I know some people may have thought because of the heading of the title, I may have been coming on cursing, this, that, and the other. All I want to say is, as a survivor of childhood sexual abuse, I don't affiliate, I don't support, I don't listen to anyone that has been charged, convicted of abuse, nor do I support anyone that uses childhood trauma for entertainment. So this will be my one and only video on this topic. You guys be kind to yourself, be kind to others. If you have to curse somebody out to get them together, go ahead and do that. But always maintain and protect yourself. Like the video, subscribe if you already haven't. And I want you all to be safe on these YouTube streets. Folks will smile and talk kindly to you in these chats and in videos. But baby, eventually one day that wool will come off your eyes and you'll see the truth. So ain't nobody mad but the devil. And if you're mad, the devil is you. Y'all have a beautiful day. I'm Misbehaving. The name of this channel is Misbehaving is Fun, where I talk about real people, real problems, and real drama. And hashtag save Wendy Williams. Stop putting hashtag free Wendy Williams, because she's not in jail, although she's being held captive. We need to save her. Hashtag save Wendy Williams. Y'all was out there online getting Britney Spears free and bringing attention to Britney Spears. Nobody put it on Front Street about Britney Spears alcohol and drug addiction, but y'all made sure to do it for Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams needs to be with her family. Debmar Mercury, Wells Fargo Bank, a corrupt New York judge, unethical doctors, and greedy managers all are colluding to defraud Wendy Williams out of her money and her intellectual property. All you have to do is follow the money, because that conservator, the court-appointed guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, that woman looked like she's stuck in the Matrix. That woman is supposed to be a member of the New York Women's Bar Association. If you go to Sabrina's website, a company that was started by her much older husband, James Morrissey Jr., who is now deceased, he, Sabrina, and the son all own the company. How come Sabrina face is the only face up on that website? I'm telling y'all, that's more to the story, honey. They are pulling the wool over y'all eyes. Y'all need to hashtag Wendy Williams. If you got to cuss somebody out in the chat, at the end of it, put hashtag save Wendy Williams. Come on, y'all. That's what we can do. Wouldn't none of us be bloggers? Would nobody have an entertainment show, talk show where they're gossiping about celebrities if it wasn't for Wendy Williams? Wendy Williams started off on the radio and then she ended up on television. Wendy Williams is in the Hall of Fame. Wendy Williams is the queen of all media. Wendy Williams is the female version of Howard Stern. So Ginger, let me see. Ginger, what did you have to say? Millimeters are the reason people are digging. They say what they want to say, and now they mad both sides are at fault. You are absolutely right. Let me see what Miss Linda has to say, because y'all trying to keep me up on here. Y'all ain't finna get me trapped up in the matrix today, not this morning. Miss Linda, you said I'm a supporter of male. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Too much foolishness going on. I hope they not true. I've been watching that TV show from the beginning. Yes, Miss Linda, and I've watched that show. I've watched Love and Marriage Huntsville from the beginning also. So I noticed the beginning and where they are now, and I've noticed the changes in people. And I don't know. I think they're, Miss Linda, respectfully, I think they're fooling all of us. They are purposely causing this division so that there's a you choose a side, because the more we fight one another, the more subscribers are talking about it. It keeps the show in the algorithm, and it keeps it on your mind. So I don't know, but at the end of the day, I know Carlos King production company, Kingdom Reign Entertainment, he's not making the same amount of money that True Entertainment is making. So we using our own people to tear each other down. But anyway, I digress. Y'all done kept me on here longer than I need to be. Y'all go along and have a very beautiful day. Be productive. Tanya, yep, it's happening to make money. Yep, money is the root of all evil. Yep, and as long as you're willing, I've seen some of the biggest bloggers who I thought had integrity. Baby, I've seen them switch their opinion at the drop of a dime. And then I know some of them have not watched the show because they're calling some of the characters on the show by the wrong name. They're getting the story wrong, how many kids they have wrong, and it's like, Lord have mercy. You don't even watch the show, so why are you talking about it? But baby, I tell you what, y'all ain't finna keep me. Now, it's 35 minutes. God bless you all. Have a beautifully blessed day. And I mean that. No matter who you are, have a beautifully blessed day. And let me get on up off this YouTube so I can call my godmother back. All right. Bye-bye.